We're back at Snetterton for the 5th round of the MRO Championship, and I've got my friend Dave with me. 2 days are better than one, as they say. And it's raining, it's Friday, and who knows what this weekend has got in store for us. Today's a busy day, we've got lots of free practice because we've got qualifying session this afternoon, because over the course of the weekend they're squeezing in 22 races a day, which basically means that we've got 2 5-lap races Saturday and the same again on Sunday, which is a little bit of bad luck for money, isn't it? A little bit of setup after that first session. I'm not using all my travel on my forks, so I've taken some preload off, and I might even change the fork springs and make them softer later. And the clutch lever seems too far away from the bar today, God knows why, perhaps my hands have shrunk. And the gears, I can't short shift from 3rd gear, which I think is the gear lever position, and it's working against the rear set, so we've adjusted that. Just been out in that session and the bike died halfway around turn 4 hairpin. Don't know why, tried starting it, wouldn't go, pushed it to the side of the track, up against the barrier. We tried it again and it went, so I don't know if there's any water in the works, so obviously we need to try it again. Good job it's practice day. And now we're weather watching, we don't know whether it's been dries or wets in. Got another couple of free practice sessions, then it's qualifying. Just done it again, braking hard or through a very hard banking left, the bike cuts out. So we checked all the connectors, checked the lean angle sensors, the cutout switch. Can't find anything wrong, so we're just going to put it all back together and hope it's mended itself. I don't know what we did to the bike then, but it doesn't cut out anymore. So that was the first proper dry practice session, and it felt pretty good. It's got some few changes to make. Now it's qualifying, we're going to stick some new tyres in the bike. We haven't got much time, they might not be quite up to warm from the warmers, so we're going to go out and give it our best shot. So we ended up qualifying 6th today, 1.5 seconds off a pole. Here we are, Saturday morning, it's race day, and well, woken up to the incessant hum of generators as usual. And my poor mate Dave, who slept in a tent inside the awning, has had no sleep at all. The weather's really bad, been blowing a gale all night. The awning's been rocking around, keeping him awake, and the zip broken on the awning door. So that was flapping in the wind and making him all wet. Most of the inside of the awning's wet, all the electrical gubbins is wet. So if 5-lap races weren't enough to encourage the first lap banzai move, and riding too hard on cold tyres, the qualifying session that we did yesterday, I qualified 6th, but this morning, Saturday morning, there's been another qualifying session for the people who couldn't make it yesterday, and today is wet, yesterday's dry, but their times have been slotted in between our times, so the fastest today in the wet has been slotted into 2nd place overall, so I've been bumped even down from 6th to 11th on the grid. When you've got wet feet, the best way to warm up is my new tyre warmers, eh Dave? Pretty rubbish first race, finished 6th in the wet. The bike feels really unrideable, really uncompliant, if there's any such word. Trouble is, I can't find a base setting for my bike and I'm a little bit lost, and I've probably been guilty of listening to too many people and changing too many things, and I can't really find a base setting. So the boys from Park Lane are here and they're going to measure my shock length. Might need to change fork springs. I think my geometry is all over the place. I don't know if it's sitting on his nose, sitting on his arse. I don't know. The awning's about to take off. So that was race 2. Another disaster really. At least it was dry and sort of fun. But my bike is so fickle. It's unbelievable. Came in from that race. The front tyre looks like it's been through a cheese grater, and the forks have been bottoming out. So I kind of almost give up with it. I really don't know what to do with it. We're going to change the fork springs again. We keep changing them, but the bike just seems so finicky to set up, and I really don't know why. Just received our revised schedule for today's racing, and they didn't manage to fit all 22 races into yesterday, so there's 2 carried over to today, which means our race distance is going to be cut down from 6 laps to 5 laps again. Right, morning warm up, and it's just started raining just before we're going to go out. So we're only going to get 2 laps anyway. We haven't got time to put wets in. It's probably a little bit too dry for wets, definitely too wet for slicks. So that's our warm up out the window, and we haven't had a chance to check any of our settings, so it's going to have to be in the race. Wets or dries? That is the question. So that was it, the end of our race weekend. First race Sunday morning. Without doing warm up because we missed it, getting caught out with tyres, went straight out to the race in the wet, new tyres, first lap, high-sided, and came down hard on the hand, and what I think is a broken thumb or a dislocated thumb or some sort of ligament damage or something. It's a bit crunchy inside anyway, so I need to go and get it x-rayed and go to A&E. But it really just sort of tops off a really shit weekend. The bike is not in a good way. I think I've snapped the frame. The engine or the frame protectors probably did that, but if it hadn't done that it might have done some damage to the engine. Generally sort of scuffed and buffed around. So it's got to get ready now for Goodwood, which is where it's going to be next, and hopefully I'll be all fit and healthy by then. And then my next round to Donington MRO. Whether I do that, I'm not sure.